Greetings to everyone. Thank you to the people of LSP-PSL for inviting me to speak. This is Kshama Sawant, speaking to you today from Socialist Alternative, the American section of the Committee for Workers International. Late last year, I was elected as a Socialist Alternative candidate to the Seattle City Council, the first open socialist elected in Seattle in a century. Our historic campaign in Seattle was a direct challenge to both the Republicans and the Democrats, parties of big business. We ran a campaign for a $15 an hour minimum wage, taxing the rich to fund education, and for affordable housing and rent control. Our victory has shaken the political establishment and has stirred thousands all across the nation into action. Our movement here in Seattle was inspired by fast food workers who began the nationwide Fight for 15 just over a year ago. Low-wage workers show phenomenal courage and sacrifice every time they speak out, demonstrate, and strike. These unorganized workers, calling for 15 and a union, know fully well that the bosses can and will retaliate. The movement won a partial victory of $15 an hour last year in SeaTac, a city neighboring Seattle, and simultaneously helped us win the city council seat. Out of this momentum, we have launched 15 Now, a grassroots campaign with the support of the majority of local unions and community organizations. 15 Now is leading the charge on the streets and in the neighborhoods, and building a mass movement by organizing neighborhood action groups. Last weekend, we held the first national conference of 15 Now with activists from all around the U.S. present. The Seattle Times wrote recently that we have already won the debate on 15. Winning the public debate is a success of the movement, but it is not enough. Big business has started an offensive against 15. Since they cannot openly campaign against the number 15, they are trying to water it down to make sure what is won is 15 in name only and not a real lift for workers out of poverty. Workers deserve a safety net in case the city's political establishment fails them in delivering a real and strong 15. In a couple of weeks' time, we will start a campaign to collect 50,000 signatures to put a 15 Now proposal on the ballot directly to the voters in November. Our battle in Seattle is an expression of worldwide anger against injustice and inequality. The more far-sighted capitalist commentators are correctly in fear of this bubbling cauldron of anger. Our job is to bring this anger to the fore and turn it into a massive fight back and into organizations rooted in the struggle of the working class. I know you are at this moment running an election campaign in the city of Brussels. The political context is different from the US, but I hear many encouraging reports from Europe about workers fighting back against austerity and bringing this fight back to the political terrain. This fight back is not easy against the power of the corporate media and the ongoing hesitation of the trade union leaders to use the social weight of the working class to get victories. We see that here in the US also. No doubt our work will be sometimes difficult. Here in Seattle, business will fight tooth and nail. But at the same time, opportunities for building our forces are also opening up, and we have to be prepared to seize upon them. Let's look to the breakthrough here in the US. Let's look to the inspiring battles of the South African working class, the miners' uprising, the new electoral challenges posed by wasP and NUMSA. Look at the impressive movements in Brazil, Turkey, Egypt, and in Southern Europe. I appeal to you to look to the work throughout the Committee for Workers International. The secret of our successes are clear socialist ideas, the development of perspectives, and a boldness and an audacity to fight for our class, and the willingness of our comrades to make enormous sacrifices. I am certain that the best years for building working class movements and working class political representation in Belgium, in the US, and throughout the world are ahead of us. Good luck with your conference today and with your campaigns, and solidarity to you.